folks, the Let's Play Edna and Harvey, the Breakout. We lost! We left off. There is only one more thing that we can do now. We have the key. We have Edna's room. It is time to unlock the door and unlock Edna's hidden away memories. Let's go in.
This really is my old room. I've made it, at last. The only thing I need now is my diary. Do you remember where I used to keep it, Harvey?
Strange. This memory is still hazy. But I think with all these items here, it should be easy to tempomorph to the past one last time.
Oh yeah. We'll just hide the diary someplace where I'll be able to find it in the present.
Or we could just have a look at it right away.
Even better. What are we waiting for? Let's go!
All right then, hang on.
Tempomorph away!
I can't believe it. What am I doing wrong with you? Putting a lizard down the back of poor Alfred's shirt. Is this the way I raised you?
Right. I can remember that. My dad grounded me.
As if this door could ever contain us.
We're only interested in the diary, Harv.
Mr. Conrad! Mr. Conrad!
Great.
The return of the moron.
What's the matter, Alfred?
Will you punish Edna now?
I was about to do that, yes.
She has to be severely punished. The monster bit me in the shoulder. I won't be able to play the violin ever again.
Rest assured that the punishment will fit the crime, Alfred.
I hope so. My dad says your disciplinary actions for reprimanding this hyperactive lunatic
Thanks.
are, politely put, insufficient.
Oh, so that's what he says.
We should use a scorpion next time.
If you don't mind, I would like to keep watch personally, just to make sure that her full penalty is served.
Go ahead. And now come out of here, please.
That stinking little weasel.
Just ignore him. Let's just try to find the diary.
The diary doesn't look like it's very hard to find. It is literally right there. But before we do that, there are other things that we can look at. And look! References to Daedalic, including The Whispered World. A very enjoyable game. Now let's see what we can look at. We have the cabinet, we have the window, we have the elephant. Get it? It's the elephant in the room. Let's move on and see that there's a basket. And there is Harvey. We can interact with Harvey, but first, we'll interact with this cabinet.
This went through to a secret passage that led to a distant kingdom. I sealed it after I set the ice palace ablaze. Completely unintentionally, of course.
You know, I don't believe that it was unintentional. And I also think that you're going to be locked up in this room for quite a while after unleashing a lizard on Alfred. Though it is interesting that there is definitely friction between Mattis and Dr. Marcel there. It's clear they don't quite get on. I wonder what the situation is there. Maybe we'll find out. We can look through the window. But first, we will talk to the cabinet, because of course we should talk to the cabinet.
Hello? Boogeyman? Strange. He only comes at night. Only at night.
I see what you did there, game. Very clever. Also, we have both Edna and Harvey to control once again, and I'm happy for that. I'm not happy, however, for what we're going to discover in this tempomorphed memory. We can open up the cabinet. Is there anything interesting in there?
This went through to a secret I sealed completely.
Not that I can see.
No.
We can't pick up the cabinet. Ah well. Let's move on to the window.
So many memories out there.
Unfortunately, we can't put them in our inventory. But you can enjoy them while you're here.
Hello, past. Did you miss me?
The past unfortunately can't answer you. The window is open though.
This is already mine.
Fair enough. I doubt we can do very much with the window as it is. So let's look at the elephant.
This is Apocalyptor, my second dearest soft toy right after Harvey. He's mute, I'm afraid. He knows sign language, though, and he can burp Morse code.
So anyone that knows Morse code can have a long and thrilling conversation with Apocalyptor. Let's say hi.
Hey, Apocalyptor, can you spare some time for a ride? He says no.
Oh, foiled again.
Hey, Apocalyptor, can you spare... He says no.
Can we take Apocalyptor?
Apocalyptor stays on the cupboard for today. He has to report to his mothership telepathically.
Makes sense. Wait, no it doesn't. But we're not going to get much explanation beyond that, so let's look at the basket.
This is where I put dirty laundry and secretly stashed candy.
Ooh, hidden candy. Can we put that in our inventory?
Say, ah. Aha. 14650 insubordinal, slightly carious.
If there's a reference there, I don't get it. Now, is there anything in here?
Even if I wanted to, I can't.
Oh, foiled. Now, let's look at Harvey.
Harvey is a real good guy.
And now let's talk to Harvey.
How's it going, Harvey?
Great!
Marvelous.
Harvey is a real good guy.
Can we put Harvey in our inventory?
Harvey is a real...
Not here. Okay, Harvey, let us look at everything. Ooh, Harvey can actually go out the window. Interesting.
This closet is a moth-free zone.
Fair enough. Let's put that on here, and then we will look at Apocalyptor.
The elephant Apocalyptor is my rival for Edna's affection.
Ah, Apocalyptor, not Apocalyptor. My mistake. And there's the basket.
Whenever I was in the mood for a thrill ride, I just had Edna throw me into the dirty laundry.
Endless fun was had.
Whenever I...
Now let's put this here, and we haven't actually looked at the door yet.
Yet another one of those.
It's actually the same one that you went through in the future to get to here. But it would look quite different considering that 10 years of wear and tear haven't been applied to it. Now while I'm thinking about it, let's actually have you look at the door.
I carved some runes into the frame to fend off gnolls. Obviously, they didn't help much. Otherwise, Alfred would have crumbled to ashes right on the threshold.
Now you see, that's where you went wrong. Alfred isn't a gnoll, Alfred is a hobgoblin. They're very different.
Alfred? Are you still out there?
Edna's grounded! Edna's grounded!
Yep, Alfred's still out there, and I bet the door is locked.
Locked.
And sadly, we don't have a key anymore.
There are days when I feel like I could unhinge the whole world. That wasn't one of those days.
Darn it. Okay, Harvey. Time for you to show these things to Edna.
Hey, Edna, maybe we can use the closet somehow.
If you don't have any good suggestions, just keep them to yourself.
So, no on the closet.
I feel so filthy.
No chance, Harvey. We've got more important things to do now than riding the tumble dryer.
Too bad.
Unfortunately, yes, we can't have you having fun while Edna tries to solve this puzzle alone. We're going to need both you and Edna to work together.
We'll have to get through this door, Edna.
You don't say. Really?
This statement was brought to you by The Obvious. Now let's talk about Apocalyptor.
Hey, Edna, you love me more than this stupid elephant, right?
I love you both, Harvey.
She didn't answer you directly, but you know deep in your heart that she loves you a little more. Now, let's have you look at the diary.
There it is, Edna's diary. It's not exactly the holy grail of diaries, but it holds some dear memories nevertheless.
Now let's put this here and use it on Edna.
Look, there's your diary, Edna.
Well, I'll be. You're right. Let me get to it. I can't wait to refresh my memory.
And let's do that. Also, the diary was not there in the present. Makes sense, it was probably moved by someone and likely thrown away.
Hey, there's my diary.
Well, that's what I call easy. It's not like us to catch a break.
Finally, I'll be able to remember.
Yippee!
Wait a second. When was this murder that my father is supposed to have committed?
The Reverend said something about the 3rd of August.
According to the diary, that's today. You've Tempomorphed me back to the day of the murder.
Oops.
No. This is, in fact, very good. Now we can prove his innocence firsthand. We'll just have to find him and never let him out of our sight. Let's get out of here. Finally, we can prove his innocence.
Are you sure that's how it's going to work? We've seen in both the other tempomorphing incidents that things aren't exactly as you remember them being, or how Harvey remembers them being, but it's the only plan we've got, so let's see if we can figure out what happened by further exploring this tempomorphed memory. But first, let's talk to our diary.
What do you have to tell me, O treasure of memories?
Nothing important, it would seem.
I know enough.
Can we take it?
I know enough.
No, we can't. Okay. What I think we need to do right now is I think we need to get Harvey down there. And we need to save, because if anything's going to happen super endgamey, it's going to be very soon. Nearly done? There we go, and while I'm thinking about it, can I get you to, use the window again, so that we can have Harvey talk about the window? I bet we can. Yes.
It's closed.
For now.
Will you open the window for me, please?
Why not? Just ask properly, and I'll deliver.
I believe he already did, so let's open it again and get Harvey through. Ah, there's a bird there. Let's look at the bird.
Woodpeckers are really strange birds. So nitpicky.
Now let's put this on our bar and go right back to Edna and talk about the woodpecker. Look what we found.
Hey, Edna, why don't you do what the woodpecker does?
What do you mean? Shall I knock on the door to draw Alfred's attention?
Oh, I was thinking you could bash your head against the wall. But your plan isn't bad either.
Ah, so if we do that, then maybe he'll be distracted and we can go through the window. Not bad. Let's actually... Ooh, we can just go through the window here. Okay. Actually, we can't go through the window here because Alfred is in the way.
He's got a permanent record in my bad book now.
Okay, let's put you here. Also, the music has changed to a tune most sinister now. Oh dear. Let's, talk to you about Alfred.
Isn't Alfred the ultimate slime ball?
That irritation of facial mucosa definitely needs a good wiping.
You two definitely don't get on that well. So let's go over to here. And then switch to... Well, actually, we can't switch to Edna right now. Not here. We can here, though. So if we use the door...
What is it?
Now, if we quickly switch back to you... That's not done what I wanted it to. We're gonna have to distract a little more.
What is it?
Can we talk to you?
Alfred? Are you still out there?
Edna's grounded! Edna's grounded! Stop that, will you?
Ooh, okay, so you open the door and then come in. If we knock again,
What is it?
and then talk again,
Alfred? Are you still out there?
Edna's ground. Stop that, will you?
is he now going to stare at the door? No, he's still not staring at the door. I'm missing something here. Something very obvious. It's just that we can't switch to, Edna from here. If we could switch to Edna from there, it would be much easier to get out.
How's it going, Eddie baby?
I'd be happier if you wouldn't call me that.
Oh, I didn't know there was, dialogue there if, Harvey talked to Edna. But there is something I'm missing. And it is going to be something super obvious. You did mention the fact that, if Edna just keeps knocking on the door, eventually Alfred opens the door and tells Edna to stop. Can you... No, you can't, drag anything onto this bar here.
Stop that, will you?
Did Alfred just moonwalk into the room to tell us to stop? I'm not sure if that's what was meant to happen, but it did. The only way I'm going to get through this puzzle is to think things through. So, we need to get downstairs, and the only way to do that is to get past Alfred. Now, Alfred is attentively watching the door, and we can get Harvey to look at Alfred doing that by going across the ledge and peering through the window. We can't get Edna onto that ledge, it's much too narrow. What we need to do is distract Alfred, and we got the idea of knocking on the door from the woodpecker, and that has got Alfred to pop in, at least once, to reprimand Edna, and I presume that's going to happen a couple more times. And every time he comes in, he sees Edna, reprimands her, and then leaves. What if he can't see Edna? Will he then look further around the room, and then we can sneak past him? Okay. Now there are only a few places that we could hide, the places that we can interact with. We're not going to be able to hide underneath this table. It's very obvious. Edna can't go out of the window because the ledge is too narrow. Apocalypto can't help as much as we want him to, so that just leaves the bed, which we can't interact with, so we'll eliminate that one immediately. The posters, which we can't hide behind because we aren't flat enough. The basket and the cabinet. Let's try the basket first.
Come on, Harvey.
Stop it or... Hey! Where did she go? Did she climb out the window? Hey!
Okay, we'd better split up to find Mattis. I'll look upstairs, you look downstairs.
And if I find him?
You come and get me, of course.
All right. Edna?
Yes, Harvey?
What if Mattis really is a psychotic killer?
Don't be ridiculous, Harvey. Mattis couldn't hurt a fly.
It was just a thought. I didn't want to admit it to Edna, but I'm a little scared.
Oh, I can imagine that you're a little scared. You're starting to suspect that he actually did it, and that you'll find proof of that as you're looking around the house. I don't think Edna will be happy with that news, and the music has taken a sinister turn. But hey, there are quite a lot of things that we can interact with now, and we will most certainly be showing all of these things to Edna in time. We can go to the living room, into the passageway, look at everything here that is now alive and new and clean. But while we're here to sightsee, we're also here to figure out what happened on that day the murder occurred. And I only hope that what we discover isn't bad news. And so, folks, when we come back, what seems to be the very end of the game. Maybe through some magical tempomorphing powers we can undo the past, but considering that we're just delving into Edna's memories, I highly doubt that's going to happen. Unless the game provides the twist of the century, I do doubt that, as I said. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Also, we can't be Edna at all now. It's all up to Harvey. I hope you've got what it takes, Harvey. I really do. Later.